I'm making a full, very heady, full health tonic. So, one of the main binding agents is going to be this biochar. It's going to be a compost tea, but it's also got integrated pest management from Korean natural farming from the Mount Con boys. I also have compost in there, aloe vera, an IMO from those organic Mount Con boys. I've got indigenous soil from 16 sites on my land to proliferate the bacteria already there. And as a bit of a food source, I've got a bit of brown sugar and I got a bit of brown rice. I'm going to have it put in this bubbler overnight. Hopefully we'll do good stuff, and I'll use it in the morning as a soil drench, foliar spray, and then also to inoculate my cool down compost. Hopefully with the biochar getting all crushed up, it will create lots of surface for those microorganisms to live on. I will incorporate that into my compost and we'll see how we go. It breaks up pretty easily. This is all stuff gotten from Roggy. So I put this here for a sec. I'll pour a little bit of liquid out and I'll show you what we have in here. So, biochar. Underneath it, we have some of the organic soil. I took soil samples from, I think, 15 to 16 sites around the property. It's also inoculated with the IMO and the organic pest management, so it's got the fungi. It's got the carbon source in the form of sugars, brown rice and biochar. I'm actually going to put an air stone right in the middle of here, and hopefully the weight of it will keep it down below the water level to inoculate and charge, as the biochar community calls all of that biochar. I might use some as a foliar spray. I'm going to do as the boys recommend, although they didn't recommend using a bubbler. They recommended just creating the mixture and applying it in the dawn, which is what I'm going to do tomorrow. Currently, I'm actually just feeding up the soil. I dechlorinated all my water by putting it through the tank, and I am just putting a seaweed and fish emulsion run through the irrigation system in the main garden, just so all that bacteria has some goodies to eat up, and hopefully they'll proliferate and they will create a nice balanced ecosystem. I think the use of all of the leftovers of the soil samples I did will really help to build up the immunity of the soil and hopefully give the clayey soils a bacteria that works in helping to break it down. Well, we'll just see. I've got all those soil samples. I'm probably going to do another series of soil samples next year, and we'll see how we go. There's definitely a great range of different sorts of soils in my garden, even though it's quite a small area. So I've got the bubbler here. Wash my hand off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the air stone. I'm going to stuff it as deep as I can into here, just to keep it nicely aerated. What I'm going to do, so nicely right in the middle there. Wash my hand off. There's a place I can put this so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe my lime tree can be of assistance. And then you just be pausing, unpausing. Don't fall. Got a nice new got a nice new case on my camera, so hopefully it's somewhat foolproof. This is the stick I'm going to tie the bag to, so it's not on the bottom, so it can get lots of aeration. I'm not sure if you can see, but here it's already, you can see it bubbling, so it won't be anaerobic. It'll hopefully be aerobic all the way through to the middle of the tea bag, I guess you'd call it, compost bag. So I repeat, there is IMO, there is native soil to this area from different sites with different amendments. I'm looking for a proliferation of biodiversity in our garden beds from the introduction of these amendments and practices. Very interested in the Korean farming. Might send those boys, but they might tut me for not doing it quite to scale, but I sort of feel like if we can get genetic diversity in the different sorts of organisms, is that going to be too low? Then we will have just a healthier soil, a healthier garden, healthier plants, all the blah blah blahs. I think I pulled my air stone out. Let's see. Pulled out. Might actually be a case of making a little incision in my tea bag and poking it through, which is what I'm going to do. In fact, there is one being pre-made. This is just a pillowcase. So it's a pre-made hole there. I'm just going to make sure it's nice and deep and all of that stuff. And that should give me enough string or slack to do the tying. After this, I'm going to have a nice big shower. Some nice string there. Normally I would just spin the bag, but obviously with the air stone in it as it is, does mean that spinning the bag will just pull that out. So I will spin the string. Now I put my stick as close to the, I guess, tea bag, not string, as possible. Tie it around. I'm interested in figuring out these methods with my using them in conjunction with my organic hydroponics. If I can have a system within the PVC pipes that harbors all those bacterias, might be even just a case of in my reservoir putting the foods for those bacterias, then them do the work. Maybe I've got biochar at the ends of each of my PVCs, so I have also perlite all the way through it, which is not talked about very often about as a drip. This has been bubbling for about half an hour, so it should be fully dechlorinated. It was off city water. As I said, I put, you're going to have a nice sink. Got a big air bubble. Push that out. Fart. Oh, that's perfect. Pull that in. In fact, what I might do, just so I've got space for this extra liquid, which has probably got most of the IMF. one under my lime tree, chuck one in my mint / invasive patch, chuck a dash in my reservoir, chuck a whole one under my locust tree, which is being ravaged by possums, and is why it's got this beautiful veil. Alright, that should give me one more scoop. I'm going to put this one under the locust tree. No, through the compost. Compost, enjoy. Alright, cap it off with this, which has a high concentration of that IMO and a integrated IPM, integrated pest management. Sure, get all those goodies, swirl that around, swirl that around. I'm yet to find a way to have it where my hydroponics, oh, strawberry, do not overflow due to all of the medium in it. It's down to 1 minute every few seconds. 1 minute every few hours, but still it seems to clog up. The other thing I put in it was frass from the bug fly ladies from Roggy. Thank you. Sneeze. And a sneeze. And I might edit this down, if possible, and let all you Roggy fellas know what's going on. So, I suppose the key is I am in a lime tree. I am creating a health tonic, as some might call it, for my garden, for my soil, I suppose, more than my garden, but my garden is my soil, so blah blah. It's got compost, which is mostly just normal compost, mostly garden waste, a bit of food scraps. It's got organic soil from 16 sites in my garden in the main area. It's got aloe vera. It's got bug frass from the fly ladies. It's got IMO and integrated pest management IPM from the Korean natural farming fellas in Mount Cotton. The collective, Mount Cotton Organic Collective. And the lava ladies are the ladies from the frass. So shout out to you fellas and followerettes. Aloe vera, which is a good surface tension breaker, like a good joke, for penetrating into the soil. This will be used at dawn as a soil drench and a foliar spray. And I don't think there's anything else in it. Biochar. Thank you, all the lovely people at Roggy. Thanks to all the fantastic people at Roggy. You're a great community. Hope some of you watch this. I'm about to go do some planting and watering and then relaxing. Much love from Bevan. Bye.